What's up everyone, this here is DJ Eargasm and I'd like to teach you all how to become a professional DJ with as little time as possible without ever having to break the bank at the same time. So, the way I started off by doing after parties because, well, all the after parties I went to were pretty fucking lame. So I decided to do it on my own. I was first started off DJing by making my own mixes with this program called Propeller Head on the computer. But this is pricey, it's like $300. And I would use this add-on called Record in order to make my custom mixes. Now, that's how I got started. And so I was making some badass mixes, and then I was thinking like, wonder what it's like to be a DJ, you know? I already know how to do all the blending and all that stuff. And so I went to Guitar Center and I bought this little badass device. It's a controller, that's what us DJs call it, and I got it for $250. This here is called Gemini Mix2Go Pro. Comes with all the gadgets that you need to get started without ever having to break the bank. $250. Well, that was on the showroom floor, but you might get it for $300. It has a Bluetooth function where you can plug in your phone or anybody else's, keep the party going. You can plug in your, well, for instance, I plug in my iPad Pro, this little thing. I plug it directly into it, right where the USB device is. You can even plug in your phone. But, yeah, the only drawback is that this iPad Pro is too big, too bulky to fit in. So you might need an iPad 2 in order for this to work. Or you could just use your phone. Now the app you want to use for this is the Cross DJ Pro. And you don't even need to buy the professional version. It's pretty much the same as the regular. And this is pretty much the main setup to becoming a badass DJ. And I'll tell you later on why. But for now, I'm going to speak about all the other badass parts about this device. It's pretty simple. It's a great way to get started as a DJ. Throwing after parties, it's not so loud. It's like about 250 watts. And you can adjust the meters, of course, and the lighting settings to whatever you desire. Make the party popping. It's light, you can just take it anywhere with you. And that's a great way to start yourself as a DJ. Secondly, once you get a name for yourself, you want to probably get yourself some gear as a DJ. This is one I picked up at Sam's Club. It's a dog mask. Has some headphones on, glasses. They're hard to find. And that's what I use to DJ with. And the reason why I call myself DJ Eargasm is because basically every single song that you hear on my mixes are underground, and you probably don't even hear it, but you might recognize some of the tracks and then they flip on you because they're trap, and then boom. Badass. EDM style, that's the way I play. And I like to make the party just go crazy. So that's a little bit about me and my mixer. That's what I started off with. And then don't forget, Cross DJ Pro. Even if you don't have this, you still need to get this in order to start off. So you can make mixes. You can even make mixes without anything. This has its own controller built into it as well. You see here? Just choose a song. Put it in, press play. You could even scratch on there if I had the volume up. You could even blend, do all the good stuff that a regular DJ does, kind of, with this. The only difference is that the tempo on this mixer controller, the sound doesn't change at all when you go higher or lower on the tempo, which means making it go faster or slower. And that's the only drawback. And so later on, when I was starting to do bigger gigs, I started doing nightclubs. I had to upgrade because the controllers they were using at the nightclubs were, well, they needed to be superior. I couldn't use this little box anymore. So I ended up buying this one. But this one costs $1,400, has everything I need. All right, as a DJ, you're definitely gonna wanna have anything with a screen on it. That's why I got this one, and I can see everything. You don't necessarily need to have a laptop. Laptop, it just takes your whole attention away from the crowd. The best type of DJ is the ones that have like the screens built into the controller in order for you to have the most crowd interaction as possible. So that's pretty much a way how to start yourself off as a DJ. You don't even need this big ass thing, iPad. You can just use a regular phone, like I said. Hook it up in there, get yourself a cheap microphone, bam, party's ready. Now there's other steps that follows with it. That's DJ gear. This is of course gear. This mask is gear. You're gonna want to dress like a DJ to be a DJ. You can't be in a suit or, you know, with a collar. You gotta sport whatever it is you're representing. Yeah. You know, if you look like a DJ, the crowd will interact with you better. They'll love it more. But if you look all like clean cut, they really aren't gonna feel it as much. You know what I'm saying? So I know all of you have been starting to DJ like this. If you're into this type of stuff, when you did the after parties or house parties, you would have 2 YouTube pages up, and you would be playing one song, and once it died out, you'd be playing the other one, and you would lower it all the way, and then you would be looking for the next song on the other side. This is just whatever, you know. But that's just pretty much just like how all of us like started as a DJ, pretty much. But for me, in my case, I started making mixes with this program called Record. And it's a propeller head product. Here it is, propeller head. And this is the add-on that comes with it. I got lucky. I bought this for $30 at Guitar Center. They didn't know what they had. They were going out of business, I think, or they were just cleaning out old stock that nobody wanted. But they didn't know that this combination is badass. It's like $400 retail, and I got it for $30. You won't find that sale anywhere, not even on eBay, but you might still get a good deal there rather than go to Guitar Center. Well, that's where I got it, but then again, you got to find people that don't know what they have in order to succeed and use it to the best of your potential. Well, anyways, that's how I make my mixes when I first started. I would compile a list of songs that I loved. I would place them in here. Let me see. I'll get something else. This is my newest one I'm working on. It should pop up. So you see here, I have a whole list of songs. On the far right, you can see all these are songs. On the left, this is a bigger thumbnail or whatever. You can see it better. And so all my songs I have here are ready to go. But later on, I'm going to make another program so you know exactly what it is I'm doing. So that's what I have. This is my setup. I have my big ass 133-inch projector screen TV. I have a Harbinger 15-inch sub. It's about 1,500 watts. There's 3 speakers in the monitor. One in the side, got full surround sound. And it's pretty badass. Now, many other DJs say that it doesn't matter what you're using. You can make the best music on the worst sound. devices or speaker setup, and then you can also make the worst mixes with the best. But if you hear my mixes, you know what I do. I make it happen. And so this is a little bit of how I do my stuff. Now, many DJs, they play live. They do everything right offhand. Not me. I like to pre-make my mixes, and this is not a bad thing. As a DJ, you really want to make the crowd happy, entertained. You can see here, this is how I kind of do my mix. But later on, I'll make another YouTube video so you can hear it all throughout. But anyways, yeah, I pre-make my mixes, and they come out really solid. I play that in the crowd. And then when I'm out there, just out there with the dog head on and I'm mixing it up, I'll just act like I'm doing something. But I won't ever switch it to one side. I'll just like act like I'm doing it, or I'll just play with the gadgets. But sometimes it is needed to like bump up the treble, sub, bass, whatever, just to get started. So yeah, that's a little bit how I do my stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to let you all know that's how how you can become a DJ with as little time as possible to become a badass DJ. All right? Well, this is your boy, DJ Eargasm. You can hear me on SoundCloud and also Facebook, and check it out. All right? Thank you, everyone, for taking your time to listen to this video. All right? Peace out.